Hello Leo, this is your reading for the month of December 2020 going into January 2021. This is for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising. This is a general read, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Just a very quick apology, Leo. I'm sorry I'm not in the videos, but unfortunately my laptop has died, so I need to make these first videos as simple as possible since I'm working on a borrowed one. However, I'm getting a new lappy soon, so I will be in the videos very soon. Okay, so Leo, I've got your cards in front of me since I only read jumpers, and sometimes that takes a while before they show up. So, as your current energy, you've got the Four of Cups. As your potential obstacle, you've got the Eight of Wands in reverse. As your how to overcome it energy, you've got the Sun. For your past position, you've got the Justice card. For your future position, you've got the King of Swords. And for your 4 extra cards from Tarot, which I like to call my what you need to hear right now positions, you've got the Two of Pentacles, you've got the Two of Wands, so some choices here. In the next few weeks, you've got the King of Pentacles, and you've also got the 10 of Pentacles. I also drew a few oracle cards for you, Leo, but we will discuss them as we move through the reading. Okay, Leo, so, excuse me, for your current energy, you've got the Four of Cups. Okay, well, have you been bored recently, Leo? With this card, it seems like you might have been in a period of contemplation and withdrawal, feeling a bit disconnected from the world. I think your environment can feel very dull and uninspiring at this time. Instead of taking action, so that's probably why the Eight of Wands shows up in reverse, you choose to contemplate. And usually with the Four of Cups card, I would be tempted to say that you might be missing out on some of the opportunities that the universe is trying to bring into your life, but this feels more like just a calm acceptance of your current circumstances, especially in COVID times. It feels like you just sit back and look at what's unraveling in front of you. However, Leo, you do have the Eight of Wands in reverse here. Sorry, probably as a warning to not get stuck in that contemplation forever. If you get too comfortable, it can change into apathy quickly. So after you emerge from this introspective journey, it could be time for quick decisions in December. It's possible that the Eight of Wands means potential delays or a lack of communication of some sort, maybe about an important issue. But whatever it is, I feel like you will decide to take matters into your own hands this month if there are any delays, actually. Since the Sun card has showed up here, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card, probably the best one in the deck. It signifies happiness, vitality, success, positivity, optimism, and radiance. After this period of contemplation, the Sun card gives you energy and all of the charisma that you might need. And in this position, it tells me that to break through the slow vibe of these two first cards, the Four of Cups and the Eight of Wands in reverse, you will be, as I've said, taking things into your own hands. You know what, Leo, it's so nice to finally see a sign that feels good enough in December going into January to take action and to actually spread that inner joy among others. The energy of this Sun card is very vibrant. It's a reminder as well that after each dark night there comes a new day. You're lucky this month, Leo. I feel like other signs really need your inner light in the next few weeks, because somehow you have managed to probably stay hopeful. So consider how you can let that inner light shine through to the other signs. Explore what it feels like to be able to give. It can be tiny things that you gift to others. In your past position, you've got the Justice card. So you might have closed some legal chapters. Could have been a divorce, could have been something that generally involves signing some papers, bureaucracy, things like that. It seems like you might have struggled with this a little bit over a longer period of time, but it has been finalized, or if not, it will soon be. And usually when the justice shows up, it says that the decision is fair, but also in your favor. In your words of focus instead position, you've got the King of Swords, which is also simply your future position. It's a very straightforward energy. The King of Swords knows what he wants and will not accept any BS from anyone. So as I've said before, I feel like if you feel stuck with these first two cards here in December, you'll be taking matters into your own hands. The King of Swords is also disciplined, analytical, and logical. So I'm thinking that if any challenging situations do come up anytime soon, you'll be able to deal with them without getting emotional, overly emotional. I quite like that energy. I feel like problems have been piling up for all signs at this point in time, obviously. And sometimes, obviously, it's got to get too much. And some people will break down in that situation. But you'll be able to handle it well, Leo. I'm quite jealous, actually, because I have personally been an emotional mess recently. When a tiny thing happens to me, I just break down and cry, which is not great, but your energies are quite the opposite, so very, very jealous. Also, it looks like you're going to need that King of Swords energy, since with the Two of Pentacles, it seems to me like you'll be juggling a couple of things at once. So it could be that you're trying to find balance between private life and work. Could be that you've got two jobs. Could be that you're taking two courses online, doing two things at once. I have a feeling that you're doing it well, though. You're managing your resources well. It feels like you're creating momentum and turning those 2 pentacles into those 10 pentacles over here, which is a great card as well. I love it when the card pops up for me. You may feel just a tiny bit overstretched with the 2 of Pentacles, but you will be rewarded over time. This is a general reading, so this may not resonate with everyone, but these 4 cards here at the very end tell me that some of you may be trying to start your own business, potentially, like a little side hustle next to your actual current 9-to-5 job. Now, this 1 pentacle from the 2 of Pentacles card is your usual, as I've said, 9-to-5 job, while the other one could be a passion project. And you're trying to find balance between the two. I'm saying that because you've also got the King of Pentacles here, which is a strong business owner energy. The King of Pentacles really loves to show up when someone is or wants to be self-employed and is trying to build their own little empire. And you've got the 2 of Wands as well, which signifies a stage of initial planning. You've got 2 2s as well, so that means possible choices. It looks like you'll be taking care of details in terms of those preparations, possibly for that side hustle. If you're not yet setting up your own business, you might just be looking into it because of the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands usually signify a I would say very early stage of planning. You're designing your future, researching it, and then mapping a path towards your goal. You're taking the first steps onto unknown ground here, venturing away from the comfort of the routine, from the comfort of the 9 to 5 job. But I also feel like you're taking your time here, Leo, since you've got the 10 of Pentacles, which is a very, very stable energy. It's something that's going to last for generations. It's also my card of a doing very well financially. Sometimes it's a big sum of money just showing up out of nowhere. And that little extra boost gives you comfort. You can just sit back and relax for a little bit, but I get the feeling that you will not want to do that, Leo. You won't want to keep it that way for too long. You don't just want to waste whatever money you have, or whatever resources you have. So you might be thinking of how to take what you have and invest it in the month of December or early on in January. Since you've got the 2 2s here, there's potentially a big choice, as I've mentioned before, to make in December or sometime in January. And I think possibly the universe might require you to commit to only one of the 2 things you're currently juggling at some point. Maybe not straight away, but at some point you might have to pick one. Doesn't have to be in December, but it feels like there is a big decision coming up. So for your first oracle card, you've got the Dwelling in Truth card. So let me just read out the meaning for you from the little booklet that comes with the deck. I stand in the light of truth. Be honest with yourself and listen to your inner guidance. Follow it by speaking your truth. Take time to be still, to discover that genuine place of knowing within. If there's an area of your life in which you're not living in integrity, this is the time to make some changes. Well, that pretty much sounds like what I've just said. Could have to do with that passion project versus your actual job. Definitely got some questions to ask yourself here in December, Leo. And your second oracle card is Leadership. Just as the North Star is a beacon for travelers, in the dark of the night, you are a beacon for others. It's time to step into the light and take your leadership role. Yeah, that's exactly what I told you with the Sun card. I feel like plenty of the other signs will need your guidance. You are a teacher, guardian, and healer. Own these gifts. The greatest leaders are those who know how to serve and act as stepping stones for others to reach their dreams. Okay, Leo, this card tells me that some of you either already are or are thinking of becoming some kind of a teacher. Could be an actual teacher, a spiritual teacher. You could be thinking of helping people through tarot, maybe even. Maybe you're a psychologist or studying to become one. Maybe even a yoga teacher. I'm not sure. This is a general reading, of course, so take whatever resonates. But December going into January is when your light, your gift, shines ever so bright. So we really need your energy, as I've told you, Leo. So if you choose to share it and help us in these dark times, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And for your last card, you've got Desire from the Dreams of Gaia tarot deck. But let me just have a look at the booklet, since this is a new deck. It's new to me, and the meanings are quite a bit different than the original tarot, actually. So let's have a look. Most of us desire a long life. We also desire a happy life, and yet so many of us choose half a life instead of a full one. Why can we sometimes be so afraid of acting on desires that we know would lead to happiness, and in turn create a life in which we are happy and fulfilled? We can be afraid that the more we desire something, the more disappointed we will be if that desire fails to manifest. When the desire card appears in the future position, it encourages us to take a chance and to let go of expectation. It also comes to remind us that if we do nothing, it may lead to future regrets, and we will most likely be disappointed in ourselves for not trying. Ask yourself if you would prefer to give in to that aching desire to better yourself, to explore the world around you, or spend your life going from home to work and back again just so you can pay the bills. You feel desire because you are curious, intrigued, and interested. Nurture those feelings by acting on your desires. You desire to do better, to be better, to have quality experiences, to be creative and productive because it gives your life direction and meaning. Acting on your desires can take you forward on a path to fulfillment and happiness, especially if those desires motivate personal improvement and growth. Our desires tell us there has to be more, that life has to have meaning. It is beautiful and empowering to have desires that give rise to long-term goals. It is, however, also important to enjoy the process of acting on those desires and allowing the process to teach us and improve us along the way. Mistakes are going to happen, so we should allow ourselves to learn from them and see them as opportunities for growth and increased understanding. We should not fall into a habit of judging our little successes or failures along the way, nor to expect perfection or immediate success. If we are always learning and improving, then we can be proud that we have always given our very best. With long-term goals, it is also necessary to allow the outcome to be fluid and evolving, just as you are fluid and evolving. The process of taking action towards most long-term goals can change you. So it is important to allow the outcome to be in harmony with your evolving desires and evolving self. If you fix your outcome, you might discover that what you desire now is no longer as important to you in the future or does not meet your changed needs. Well, I think that pretty much confirms that there's a decision coming up here. You might be taking a leap of faith and finally finding the courage to do something you've been dreaming of for a long time. I feel like that card is all about urging you to take that leap of faith. Okay, Leo, thank you for listening. I think I will leave it here. Hope that some of this resonated. If it did, please leave me a thumbs up because I would love to know whether I'm doing something right. These are my first readings, so I'm still just a tiny bit nervous and I'm kind of easing into, so to speak, reading out loud. So yeah, thanks again, Leo, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye bye.